It is workout time. I was just recording a whole other video. Being very blank with what I wanted, so I am doing my workout now. So I'm not exactly fresh-minded anymore. I walked up and down my hill and did a whole speaking segment, but I didn't know what to talk about. So right now I am just gonna start my workout and yeah, here we go. So I already did my little warm-up walk. I spewed out a bunch of words, and now I don't know what the fuck to talk about, because I'm not fresh-minded anymore. So I'm gonna do my workout, because today I do feel good enough to do my workout, and I ate a little bit of junk last night, so I'm gonna work off that damage, as well as I haven't even worked out in a few days, which I've allowed myself to rest because I was feeling a little bit under the weather. But I'm glad that today I can be back at it. And I forgot what I was gonna say, so I'm just gonna get started. No second thought, let's do this shit. I'm gonna do some standing calf raises. If y'all see my workout videos, you already know the drill. My first exercise. Yeah, you guys can't see all my ankles, so that's great. I'm gonna move us down here. And we will do some standing calf raises. Right here, I'll see. There we go. Ooh, I feel stronger today. That's failure. Time for the other leg. Now thinking about it, I wonder if I'm usually too fatigued to push myself this much, because I feel stronger than usual right now. I wonder. I feel like I could put much more attention into it. There we go. Some calf raises. Now I'm gonna do some hip raises. Oh my god, I can barely step up these fucking steps after doing this. Yeah. I feel like I was able to put much more intention into those than usual. But it's time for some calf raises or some hip raises. See if I can set this up even properly at all. Oh, yeah, there we go. I say this every time, it's just gonna be a game of playing with the camera angle. Trying to do like the toe to like heel to the toe. I feel a little bit of a difference for sure. This actually feels really good to be able to work out again. Because I went like fucking 3-4 days of working out, which is usually crazy for me. Because that's how much of a routine it's become of me to work out every other day, with maybe an occasional rest day. So like 3 times a week, 4 times a week. But like fucking 3 or 4 days without working out, which I don't ever do that. But I'm glad to be back at it. So I'm gonna alright. Time for standing or bent leg calf raises. I think this will be the best angle for that. I was starting to fuck with my knee a little bit more than it was my ankle. It's a lovely sound, isn't it? See if I can do most of this workout before the trainer arrives. In the distance, I'm seeing a little smoke. I don't know if it's like a fire, factory emitting smoke. Alright, now my ankles feel primed. I got a little bit of passive knee stability. I can move up to my knees. Do split squats. Now since it's been a few days and I haven't done any mobility in those few days, I'm just gonna have to play around with what angle or height feels right to start with doing this, because split squat. Yeah, split squat. Split squat? Yeah, split squat. Split squat's like universally a very good exercise. I don't know. I want to do 2 variations of squats today. I got 3 to pick from. I think split squat for sure I want to do. Whether or not I want to do, I think I'm just keep it standard. I'm gonna just do some squats right here. Or you know what? No. I'm lost. I came in this workout unplanned. I usually do come in these workouts pretty unplanned. Just gonna do whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna do split squats first, just because they're well-rounded exercise. So let's hope I can get all myself in frame. I think that'll. I definitely haven't had that stimulus in a few days. Oh, shit. Huh? Camera? I'm recording my workout. You want to say hello to YouTube? You say it loud enough, they might hear you. Other leg time. Oh, my full front leg isn't even in frame. I'm trying to get this split squat angle. It's not easy. I think that'll be good enough. Yes, split squats. Those feel so nice. That's the way to work pretty much the full lower body. Just split squats. You get the entire triple extension of the front leg, plus the back leg hip flexion, plus stability. Like, nothing beats that. For me, I feel like what feels best is just getting a good burn and muscle activation and stability. Those are like my favorite things in an exercise. But I also do like the stretch you get from doing these 4-range exercises that Ben Patrick should. But we'll do some single leg RDLs now. Here y'all go. You know, I say this every time, but like, for me personally, nothing beats the feeling of unlocked hamstrings. And I don't know, it might even get old for me to say, but maybe not right now, but eventually I'll say, nothing beats the feeling of unlocked hamstrings. Like, I don't know what it is. I could be like stiff in my back and I'll release it. It's kind of whatever, but like, my hamstrings never feel stiff. But it's not something so odd about like when I do stretch out my hamstrings, there's like nothing that beats that feeling. Like when I do these fucking RDLs and I combine them with doing some form of knee flexion, like my hamstrings just feel supreme. The wood was a little uneven right there, so I readjusted. So nice. Unlocked hamstrings. Fuck. Now I'm gonna move on to I think the next exercise I can do outside is probably, because there are some exercises that I'm like locked to doing inside. So I usually just do those last. Like whenever I do, I think this time around, it'll just be the band pull apart and whether I'm doing band pull apart or face pulls, I don't know. I'll figure that out when I'm in there. Band pull apart, yeah, I'm doing band pull apart, and then the glute bridge knee slides. Other than that, I could do everything else out here. I believe the last exercise for the core I did was my QLs, so I'm going to do L-sit progression this time. So y'all are going to get some feet action in your face with the seated L-sit progression, which I'm just doing single leg lifts for these. Although I probably could stretch out my hamstrings a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to stretch out my hammies a little bit. Just do it here on camera. Now that I got a little bit of nerve flossing in there, I'll probably be able to do these a little better. Alrighty, I'll be down there in a sec. I'll put this on pause so it's not exactly a live video. Alrighty. I had to put it on pause, not only because I was gonna say bye to my lady before she went to work, but the train's also going by. You might hear a horn or two in a second, but I think it's passed by enough to where the sound won't be too deafening if it does make a peep. So I'm gonna set the camera up and do some oh wait, no, I'm not gonna do push-ups, I'm gonna do pull-ups first. Or scapula pull-ups, because that's the regression I'm at with these. Is just being able to hang and control my scapula. So here y'all go, scapula pull-ups. And you're stuck in a bent position. That's like one of the hardest exercises for me. It's hard to regress pull-ups at home. It's like I learned a few ways to regress at the gym, which actually I never even thought of before. Like, fuck. Yeah, my grip is definitely my grip and my upper body are like my biggest weaknesses. So I was reading a Ben Patrick article, and he was showing the ways to progress pull-ups. And the typical ways you might think are like to use a band or to jump up into the top position and do slow eccentrics, or to just do rows, which I'm not even saying those are wrong at all. Those are completely valid. But the methods he used to describe pull-up progressions actually like when I was still going to the gym helped me phenomenally. So you can set the bar. You could like go to a adjustable bar, or you could go to a squat rack and adjust the bar towards like just above your shoulders, and you can use your feet to assist yourself on the way up. And like you can use as much or as little assistance as needed. And then you could like assist yourself on the way back down or do eccentrics on the way back down, and you just progress that until you're able to do pull-ups, which I'd never thought of doing that before. Because like when I do band pull-ups, even like the heaviest band is too hard for me, because like that's how weak my upper body is. But it's also like with eccentrics, those are extremely taxing and those fatigue me. So it's like I could absolutely still work on my pull-ups and maybe just push myself. But like because I usually do full body workouts, I found that doing that progression where I could use as much assistance as I need, more so to control my fatigue and allow me to actually kind of feel it out a little better, really helped me a lot. So I'm gonna set the phone up for push-ups now, and then I'm gonna go inside to finish off with the band pull-up part and I keep calling them Nordics, the hamstring curl slides on the ground. So here I'll go. Push-ups. Did a little bit harder of a progression right there than I normally do, but I realized while I was doing it that while push-ups can be progressed to any level, I found that it was a little harder to do those, not just because it was lower, but because it was less range of motion for my neck. Like, if I would have kept my neck in its usual position, I wouldn't have been able to get the full range of motion for my chest. So I had to like push my neck back a little bit. That's the thing about push-ups too, is it makes my neck feel really good. And, oh, that's what I'm forgetting to do too. Yeah, I'm gonna do the neck exercises too, which I could just do out here real quick. I'm gonna do, what is it? Flexion and extension and lateral flexion on my neck. And then I'll go inside to finish off with the last couple exercises. So yeah, flexion, extension, and then lateral flexion. So you got half of that one. Then I'm just gonna I'm like feeling that in my upper chest too. My neck wasn't even getting any sort of burning right there. It was more so my arms just falling asleep. I'm gonna do a little bit more. Feels a little odd to me doing it that way. I think it's more so the shoulder position than the neck position. Hard to like load my neck because it doesn't feel like it's really even loading my neck. I feel it more in my shoulder blades than I do, or the scapula than I do. So maybe that's just a sign of an underdeveloped scapula. Because I noticed too whenever I do head mobility, which I also forgot to do now that I'm thinking about it. So I'll just do some head mobility here while I'm talking. I notice, like, yeah, I'm noticing it right now. Whenever I do head mobility, I feel it in my upper traps and scapula more than I even really do my neck. Because I found my scapula and shoulders have to activate in order to keep my neck stable. Which is, that's fine, because, like, I need some upper back strengthening, because like I said, my upper back and like neck, I think I think my neck's even a bigger weakness than my grip is. Because I've always had so many head tension issues. And now that I don't really do so much sport that requires a lot of my upper body, I find that my neck has become underdeveloped. Because back when I was jumping on the trampolines a lot, my neck actually was super strong. My upper back too, because of all the flips, and even just jumping requires like full body tension and stability. And yeah, where I was going with that was, I don't really do much sport that requires so much neck anymore. So I gotta actually work out my neck now. Starting to burn a little bit. After this side, now I could go back inside for the finishing touches. Finishing touch time. And then I'll be done with the workout. Oh, I just saw a light need to adjust on there. That was kind of interesting to see. I'll do one more set of legs. I'm just gonna do squats, standard old squats. I'm gonna have to do some readjusting here for a sec. Especially because this is gonna be my dance floor later. My living room. It's gonna be like kind of a workout up there. So, hey, yeah. Doing. I'll set my camera up somewhere. I'll figure out a spot. For now, I'm gonna take my shoes off so I can do the Nordic curls, or the fucking Christ, I fucked it up every time. So I can do the ham curl slides. I will say that I am pretty fatigued at this point, so it's kind of good to nearing the end of my workout. I try to manage it to where I'm not fatigued by doing my workout. see the light readjusting depending on if I'm up near the camera or not. So squats, and I'll get like right on the ground for. Do squats and I'll get right on the ground for fucking hammer curls. Hey. Alright. Oh no, the table didn't do it. My socks are sticking a little bit because I was fucking outside and sweating a little bit. I'll readjust the heel a little bit. There we go. That's more like it. Hey. Yeah. Intense. Probably very close second to any pull-up progression I can do. But last but not least, band pull aparts. That could be fucking done. Been recording for 40 minutes now. At that point where I just want to be done. And I'll not sacrifice any sort of form or anything. I was fucking still recording. Alright. See y'all later.